Welcome to the Snow Stadium. We are looking forward to this one. Two of our best performing non-league sides in the south this season, AFC Totton and Dorchester Town. If you want the Pompey commentary, you need to find your way back to the radio. Online today, it is a non-league special, the Stags against the Magpies. Before I go through the two teams, we'll introduce our first summariser today. We've got a summariser from each club. In the first half, it's Dorchester Town to go first, and it's Ollie Haste. Good afternoon, Ollie.
Hello, you okay?
I'm good, and I'm looking forward to this one. Now, Ollie, you're normally left back, but you're suspended today, so thanks for agreeing to join us. And what do you think? Do you agree with me and the studio that this could be an exciting afternoon?
Yeah, 100%. Both teams are coming into it, obviously looking to stay in the playoff places. I think more for Totton, they're looking to obviously reach the top. And it might be difficult, obviously, with Merthyr and their form, but for us, it's important we sort of stay in that zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, it could be a playoff because second does play fifth in the playoff. So I know you've beaten them at the Avenue and lost to them in the trophy. This is game number 3. There might yet be a game number 4.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'll be back by then, so I'm looking forward to it.
Let's go through the two teams. We're still waiting for them to come on to the pitch, but AFC Totton have got Ryan Gosney in goal, and then we're expecting them to have Luke Bennett right wing back, Richard McIntyre left wing back, Luke Hallett, Sam Magri and Joe Osler in the centre of defence. Osler has the captain's armband, then Adam Tommaso, Roddy Collins and Craig Tanner in the middle. Up front, Ben Seymour and Charlie Austin. 3 changes made by Jimmy Ball. The subs today: Charlie Kennedy, Scott Rendell, Ethan Taylor, Tony Lee and Tom Blair. The changes made: Seymour, Hallett and Bennett all step up off the subs bench, and Kennedy, Rendell and Lee drop down to it. Tom Blair back in the squad. Ben Jefford misses out. The applause as the two teams come out. Dorchester Town, one change from Tom Killick, which is Ewan Turner coming in for Harry Hutchinson. They have got Harry Lee in goal. We're expecting them to line up with Matt Hughes right wing back, Luke Roberts left wing back, Jack Dixon, Will Spetch and Ewan Turner central defence, Corby Moore, Jordan and Garlow in the midfield. Just in front of them, Olaf Kojela and Wes Fogden, and in front of them Shakil Gwengwa. Substitutes: Wayne Robinson, Brett Pittman, Marcus Dawes, Luke Pardo, Harry Hutchinson. Only one change. I mean, it was pretty good on Saturday, wasn't it? 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better game, really, could you? Six goals. It was against a very poor side, but hopefully we can take that momentum into this game.
Of course, Brett Pittman gets headlines. Not many people get a hat-trick on their debut, let alone from the subs bench. What was that like?
I think it was something like 16 minutes or something crazy, but no, he came on, he did what he's here to do, and yeah, he's a really good man.
You know, pushing for promotion, Dorchester maybe sending out a statement with a signing like that. That obviously sort of should add to your potential, add to your ability, signing someone like him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we mean business, and we feel this season we can go up, and bringing someone in with that calibre and goal scoring will only do us good, you know what I mean?
Referee is Craig Scriven. Jade Wardle and Lucas Bomella are the 2 assistants. If we don't say those names too often, we can say they've probably had a very good game. Hopefully everyone can keep their discipline. In the FA Trophy game, I do remember there was a double red card, I think, over on the far side in that fixture. So both teams were down to 10 that day. Totton in a huddle. Dorchester, well, I don't know if I've ever seen them in yellow. I don't know how long that's been the away kit. Normally in black and white stripes. All in yellow today, the Magpies. And they'll be shooting from left to right and right to left. All in blue, AFC Totton. Normally a bit of a sun trap, the Snow Stadium. I think it's the first time I've ever been here and felt cold, but I've got the coat on. It is a little bit windy at the back of the stand. Hopefully the sun will peep out behind the grey clouds. The referee counting the players up, waiting for us to get underway. when you were out suspended, do you still go in sort of the dressing room for the team talks?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still in and around everything and do the warm-ups and everything. So, I'm very much still a part of the team and trying to keep the attitude right and for when I come back,
We are underway at the Snow Stadium. Dorchester in possession, going forward with a long ball down the right-hand side. Osler wins the header for Totton. Fogden picks up the loose ball and Garlow out to the right-hand side. Buse plays it forward for Kajela to chase, and it's a throw in a very good position for the Magpies after Osler puts it out of play. We'll also keep tabs on other non-league scores when we get them this afternoon. Could be the day that Weymouth are relegated, and we've also got Andover New Street on the cusp of Wembley in the first leg of their FA Vars semi-final. Good luck to New Street. If they're still in that tie after the final whistle going into the second leg, I think it's a pretty fair bet that's where I'll be next Saturday. Throw taken. Going to be a chance. Osler gets it away. It goes high and bounces behind the dugouts. It's going to be a throw to Dorchester, who've made a bright start here on the right-hand side. Right down. Oh, a foul throw. Don't see that too often, but the referee is indicating that Jack Dixon made a foul throw. So the throw now goes to the Stags. It's been a terrific season so far for Dorchester. How have you found it?
Yeah, really, really good. I mean, we had a good back end of last season and we sort of wanted to take that into this one, and we sort of did exactly that, and that shows of where we are in the league.
Voice of Ollie Haste, who's back next game in contention but is suspended today, helping me out on BBC Radio Solent. 0-0 here, 2 minutes into the game. A foul on Will Spetch. He's in a lot of pain. Late caught by Roddy Collins.
That was very late.
I don't know how much intent is in there, but the referee's got a big decision to make there, and whatever he decides, Will Spetch seems to be in a lot of pain. He's down with the physio. He was caught late. Roddy Collins showing a mark that he's received from that clash as well. The referee, Craig Scriven, brings out a yellow card. Your thoughts on that one, Ollie?
I don't think there was too much intention, but it was quite late. It happens though.
And the good thing to see is Will Spetch, who is a big player for the Magpies. Hopefully he'll be up on his feet soon.
Yeah. It's important for us to be on the front foot today, especially with a team like Totton.
What was sort of said in the dressing room? Would the team take a draw today, or with Havant breathing down your necks, are you just going to try? What was the sort of aim before the game?
Look, with the team we've got, we don't feel like anything other than 3 points every week is sort of what we're aiming for. Obviously, Totton being where they are, we need to take it with a bit of caution, but for us it's important to get as much out of every game now with the remaining games we've got left.
It is 0-0 here on BBC Radio Solent, on BBC Sounds and the smart speaker. If you want Pompey and Blackburn, you need to find DAB or FM or Freeview. That's our other game today. Dorchester to go forward with a long throw, but no one got a touch on it. And it's a goal kick to the Stags. AFC Totton haven't really gone forward in this game yet. Both goalkeepers today wear the number 13 is Ryan Gosney, brought in from Salisbury, sort of about a quarter of a way through the season, and Harry Lee, the goalkeeper, brought in by Tom Killick after Gerard Benfield picked up an injury. Out on the left wing now, and it's going to be a set piece for Dorchester. Harry Lee's on loan from Exeter City. Free kick to the Dorch out on the left-hand side, in a very good position, midway inside the Stags' half. Free kick comes in, is floated over to the back post. struggling to get it away. It's a bit of head tennis in the box. The last two headers were from Totton and Garlow. The cross is blocked. It's a throw to Dorchester. The first half here, Dorchester have our guest summariser is Ollie Haste. Second half, Steve Brookwell is going to join us from AFC Totton. Be interesting to see what happens this afternoon. Throw is taken from Dorchester. This is Luke Roberts. Floats it in. Flick header is at the goalkeeper. That was a really good move. Fogden, I think, got on the end of it, but didn't get enough power to trouble the keeper. But that was a good move, a good start for Dorchester. That was a good ball in there. Nearly got on the end of the header.
Yep. That's how we scored a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Right, here come the Magpies. Luke Roberts out to the left wing now. Going on a bit of a dribble. Is it no foul? Player goes down, but goes down a second time. Does Wes Fogden, nothing given. And Magri clears the ball for Totton. Up to halfway where it bounces out of play for a throw for Dorchester Town.
Really good start.
Yeah, we're in minute number 6. It's Totton, for all their sort of big names at this level, haven't really got into Dorchester's half yet. Dorchester are in Totten's half again as we speak. And Garlow brings the ball down. He's done well to find Corby Moore, and he's fouled, so it's a free kick again. Another free kick out on the left-hand side for Dorchester. No physio needed, so well, if they can make use of these set pieces here, this could be a very bright start for Dorchester. Corby Moore has put the ball down. He's going to take this free kick on the left-hand side. Half a dozen players up there for Dorchester. Moore's free kick is overhit, goes towards the goalkeeper and easily gathered by Ryan Gosney. Don't think he got that one as well as he wanted to. And Tottenham throw it forward. This is maybe their first chance to come forward. McIntyre plays it into the area towards Ben Seymour, but Seymour's going to struggle to get past Dixon. That was good defending to get it away. Is it good for the Southern League to have players like Charlie Austin and Brett Pittman playing in it?
Yeah, definitely brings more eyes to the game. And it's nice to have names like that and leaders like that, especially like Brett with us.
Ball up towards Charlie Austin. He's gone past him, but Richard McIntyre's got it out on the left wing. Good cross in. Bit of danger. Dorchester get it away at the second attempt. The first it bounced past one defender, another one cleared it. Totton slowly coming into this game. Hallett's played the ball up out to the right hand side. Magri heads it forward. And Garlow picks up the loose ball and looks to get Dorchester away. That's a measured pass forward, but isn't going to get up as far as Kajela because Hallett's got it back to his keeper. Olaf's got more than 20 league goals this season. It's been a long time since the Dorchester player did that. I saw him score a worldie on the opening day. How important has he been for you?
Yeah, he's been really, really good for us this season. He's good for us every season, but especially now.
Harry Lee puts the ball down, the Dorchester keeper on the edge of his area, then goes long up towards Gwengwe. Osler does well to bring it down. Still loose though. And Tottenham safety first. McIntyre puts it out. He's on loan from Oxford. And it's a throw to Dorchester, who've done most of the early attacking. Quickly taken throw. Unfortunately comes to nothing. And Garlow flicking the ball on from Matt Bewes' throw, but couldn't find a teammate out for the goal kick. 0-0 here live on BBC Radio Solent between AFC Totton and Dorchester Town. Ryan Gosney thwarted Totton here in last season's playoff final in the penalty shootout. These days he's a Totton player. That's a really good ball forward for Seymour to chase onto. Goes down in the area. Penalty given. It's an opportunity here for the Stags to take the lead, and a yellow card too against Dorchester. Against, I think it's Will Spetch, and it is a penalty to Totton in the opening stages of this game. And the shake of the head, Ollie, I don't think you agreed with the decision there from Mr. Scriven.
I mean, you can call me biased, but that's very soft. Very soft.
Well, you can call me neutral because I am, and I thought I agree with you there. It is a penalty for AFC Totton and a chance for them to take the lead. Sam Magri, number 6, puts the ball down, the centre half. Penalty for Totton. Magri steps up and scores into the right-hand side. A fine penalty. Harry Lee dived the right way but couldn't get a hand to it, and it is AFC Totton 1, Dorchester Town 0.
That's come from a long ball.
It was a really good long ball forward for Ben Seymour to get on the end of, but there was some contact with him and the defender, but whether it was a foul and whether it's a penalty, the referee's given it and it has been dispatched, and it's Totton 1, Dorchester 0. And that is the 4th goal of Sam Magri's season as they go forward. Second penalty for him, the Maltese international. When something like that goes against you, maybe not everyone agrees with the decision. The next few minutes, I guess, are important to keep discipline.
Yeah, got to get right back in the momentum where we were in the beginning. Can't drop off now with a decision like that.
1-0 to the Stags. It was Dorchester who made the better start, but first real chance for Totton led to the penalty, which they've scored, and Totton now trying to build up from the back. Gosney towards Oster on the near side. Oh, and then he's mishit it and he's holding his knee, so not quite sure what happened to Craig Tanner there. He's put the ball out of play. I didn't see any contact with him, but
he's kicked the floor.
It was a pretty bad mishit, and he thought he was fouled, but so too did some on the Totton bench. But it is a Dorchester Town throw with Matt Hughes to take. And a push. Gwengoya judged to have made the push on McIntyre. It's a free kick to Totton, who lead by a goal to 0. Doing my research for the game on, I got you down as 1 goal of the season. Well, can you remember that one? Who was that one against?
Yeah, Sholing away. I scored a header quite early on, to be fair. Sort of set the standard for that game, and I think we ended up thumping them.
Yeah, I think you're right. The biggest win of Dorchester's season away from home was 5-1 at Sholing.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I scored the first goal.
Got the ball rolling. Now, Charlie Austin's getting a talking to from the referee. Former Premier League player played in the top flight for QPR, Southampton and West Brom. He's not agreeing with one of the decisions. But it is Dorchester who've got a free kick on the edge of their own penalty area that their goalkeeper's going to take. Lee, the keeper, down the right wing. It's going to be challenging to keep that in, but they have. The blue shirts get it away up to halfway. It is a bit blustery down there. Spetch with a judge to have made the foul. A strong header, but
he's about to play on.
Yeah.
He's only pulled that back because it hit him.
Foul given against Spetch on Seymour. Long ball for Totton down the right hand side. Bennett out on the wing wins the throw. Taking his time. No score yet, I understand, from the FA Vase semi-final. Hampshire's and over New Street are in Surrey today at Whiteleaf. I get score updates from when I get score updates from any game. I'll let people know. Dorchester try to clear it. Totton put a big ball forward from Osler. Dorchester's defence is strong, and then a cross ball pitch. Hughes is going to try and sprint to keep the pressure on.
Yeah.
The throw is gone to the Stags. They lead the Magpies by 1-0. Second against fifth at the start of the day in the league. A defeat for Dorchester coupled with a win for Havant and Waterlooville today. Hawks are up Marlow. I would see Havant move above Dorchester if that happens. Still an exciting finale in this league because we've got 3 teams trying to go up, and we've got Poole and Winchester trying to stay up, and I'm pretty sure in the coming weeks we'll be focusing on this league, especially if Weymouth go down and especially if Eastleigh look like they're missing out in the playoff race to get into the Football League. This league, the Southern Prem, will be our focus on a Saturday afternoon. Fogden tries to get it forward for Gwengwe. That's a good header won by Hallett. Player down and fouled is Craig Tanner. Totton, a bit of a theatrical fall, but drew the foul, and it's a free kick. James Beattie, director of football here, another former Premier League player, is giving instructions to his captain Joe Ostler. I understand Jimmy Ball is watching from the stand today because it's serving a touchline ban. Maybe that's why we're seeing James Beattie and Paul Masters down there on the bench. Ball forward for Totton to the left hand side. Win a throw. Good defending from Buse under pressure to head it out. He's down and it maybe just needs to put his boot back on before the throw can be taken quickly. Quarter of an hour in, Ollie. Was such a good start for Dorchester. I mean, I've got to be neutral, but from your perspective, it's a shame that the way that it's gone.
Yeah, against the run of play. But all it needs is one chance, and the penalty was awarded. Could go either way, really. But again, it's important for us now to keep our foot on the gas and not let up, really.
Throw for Totton in an attacking position. McIntyre takes the throw, gets the ball back, finds Craig Tanner, plays it back into his own half for Hallett, who goes really long to the edge of the far penalty. That's surely a push in the back. Ref spotted that one. Luke Bennett with an arm into the back of Luke Roberts, and a free kick to Dorchester. Just going to take a look on some other scores. I know in the FA Cup this morning it was a big thumping win for Crystal Palace. They're in the semi-finals. They beat Fulham 3-0 away. Of course, we've got Bournemouth in the semi-quarters tomorrow, trying to reach the semi-final for the first time ever. Join Ian Wilding tomorrow on all frequencies from 3 o'clock ahead of Bournemouth against Manchester City. Dorchester give a stray pass in the direction of Charlie Austin, who's decided to go back rather than forward. Luke Hallett plays it along the deck out to the wing, but Dorchester do well to get the ball back through the middle, but it's broken for the Stags. A little bit scrappy, I think, since the goal. On Austin, the ball's broken for him. He takes a shot from the edge of the box. It goes softly along the ground and is easy for Harry Lee to pick up. 1-0, Totton lead Dorchester. Not too many chances. Magri's penalty was the first goal, the only one we've had so far. And then Charlie Austin with a shot there along the ground. As Dorchester go long and forward, and Gwengwe is down, but no foul given. And Totton build from the back. Joe Ostler, lots of experience from him. Seen him captain Havant and Waterlooville, amongst others. Plays the 1-2. Ball is out of play. It's a throw for Dorchester. Quickly, Glenn Howes is there on the bench, shouting instructions.
Go on, JD.
That's a interesting looking ball out to the left hand side. Does it find its target?
Yes,
Dixon's ball, yes it does, finds Fogden. Ball with Dorchester out on the left wing. Corby Moore passes it to a blue shirt, but passed straight back to the yellows of Dorchester. Turner came up from the youth team here, gets it and plays it to Spetch. Spetch with the receiving an early tackle, but for which Collins got a yellow card, but he doesn't look under to have affected him. He's gone long to try and get in the number 9, Olaf Kangela. It's overhit and out of play, and Olaf still puts his arm up to acknowledge the idea. But it is a goal kick to the Stags. 20 minutes into this one. Not too many chances. A penalty, but we weren't 100% sure with the decision. Put away by Sam Magri is the only goal so far. National League South, Salisbury lead Tunbridge 1-0, Weymouth leads Slough 1-0, so good news for our two struggling teams in that division. Here come Totton looking for a second. Ostler's on the left wing, finds Seymour, who's into the penalty area. Nice cut back, can't find a teammate. Dorchester living a little bit dangerously, managed to get it away in the end. A good tackle from Buse on Ostler. Moore finds Gwengwa. Here they come again. At Buse. Corby Moore's on this near side now. Garner back to Spetch.
A lot of room here for JD.
Yeah, Jack Dixon is invited to go forward. Finds Corby Moore. It's out on this right hand side. And Buse wins the throw. Perhaps a bit of fortune in there, playing it off Charlie Austin. Certainly firepower on the bench if needed, because Tottenham's two top scorers, Tony Lee and Scott Rendell, are on the bench, and of Dorchester's bench we see Brett Pittman, who marked his debut with a hat-trick from the bench last Saturday. Spetch tries a sort of quarterback pass from the centre of defence out of the left wing. It's a really good ball. Can't quite find its way through from Luke Roberts. Took a deflection and the keeper gathered it before it could go out of play. He's going to have plenty of time on his hands. It's Ryan Gosnell.
Balls from Spetchy are where we're going to find success, I think. When Tottenham are all shuffled over, we're going to have our fullbacks out the other side.
Trailing despite having a good game so far. Thumping but clean tackle comes in there. Out on the right hand side. Dorch try and put the pressure on. Gosney does extremely well because Fogden was racing in to try and win the ball off the keeper, but he gets it away. Now Tottenham go forward. Roddy Collins overhits the pass, was looking for Austin, was looking for Bennett, but he's overhit it, and Harry Lee's got the ball. Dorchester Town losing by a goal to nil. Eastleigh 0-0 at Tamworth in the National League. If they win, they'll go above Tamworth. Their manager Calvin Davis telling us on last week's show that he thinks their playoff bid is over, but mathematically they are still in the chase. It'll be interesting to see where they are in the table after today's games. Our other game is Portsmouth, who lead Blackburn 1-0. Murphy has scored for Pompey. If you want that game, it's on DAB, FM and Freeview. Online we have got the Stags against the Magpies, Totton against Dorchester, and Totton lead 1-0 thanks to Sam Magri's penalty, and they look pretty comfortable in possession as they pass it around the pitch at the moment. It's been really good to see attendances up at the Avenue this season, and you seem to have a good travelling following as well. And when I see on social media, just wait a moment as Totton go long for Bennett. Good cross back, but it's over. Nobody there, a little bit overhead. Just as a throw to Dorchester, just saying your fans, I see on social media every week, they seem to be enjoying this season and seem to be making lots of noise.
Yeah, I mean, again, call me biased, but I think we've got the best fans in the league. Home and away, they're so loud. Like, you can see it there today. They've come in their numbers, and it means so much to us as players and really makes a difference.
And I think it's the best year for a while. I mean, I think this is maybe my 12th season in this job, and when I started, Dorchester were National League South, and when they got relegated, they sort of never really looked like coming back. They've been sort of permanently in the bottom third of this table, but this year, I mean, last year I suppose was a step in the right direction, finishing 9th. Looks like you're going to finish in the top 6 this year. It's a big improvement.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and we sort of feel like this is our best chance yet to sort of get out the league, and hopefully we can keep pushing year on year and get better and better. But with the facilities and the fans that we've got, I mean, they deserve nothing less than the best, and that's what we're trying to give them this season.
It's 1-0 to AFC Totton. I mean, from my perspective, I'd love us to get 2 teams up this year. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like Merthyr are going to win the league, and it will be out of Totton or Dorchester or maybe Havant or Waterlooville, whoever makes the playoffs. Coscella's in the area for Dorchester. Osler puts in a good clean tackle out for a corner. A good break from Dorchester there down the right hand side.
There you go.
And don't think Olaf did anything wrong, just a good tackle coming in from Osler, and it is a corner for the Magpies.
It's actually Olaf and Shaq's birthday today, so hopefully they can score. That'd be a nice present, wouldn't it?
Wow, I mean, I did check their ages this morning as part of my research. I wonder if it had updated to get their birthdays. Well, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
We could have a birthday goal here then. This would be...
I hope so.
Corby Moore will take the corner from the right-hand side. It's our first corner of the game, actually, and Dorchester are trying to get back into this. They're 1 behind from that early penalty. I think the wind has blown the ball off the spot, so Corby Moore has to put it down again. Corner for Dorchester. Corby Moore delivers to the back post. Spetch heads it across, brought down by Roberts. Turn shoots. It's blocked. A shout for handball from the Magpies fans, but it's away and it's out of the area, but Ngalo wins it back. And he's fouled by Craig Tanner, so it's a free kick for Dorchester. Not a bad corner at all, almost dropped in the area to the right place. It is a windy one here at the Snow Stadium today. While we're waiting for the free kick, I'm going to take a look at scores. In the FA Vars, Andover New Street are 1 behind at Whiteleaf. The team from Croydon in Surrey are 1 up against our team from Andover in Hampshire. And we'll look at the Southern League Live scores in a minute, but first we'll let the free kick be taken. Dorchester play a long ball up towards the area. Spetch is there first with the header. Roberts touches it back to Buse. Buse swings it into the air. Gwangwe with a shot straight at the goalkeeper. Sort of good technique, because he wouldn't have known too much about that, but it was straight at goalkeeper Ryan Gosney.
Positive.
I think it's been a very positive half from Dorchester.
Yeah.
Right, other scores in this league. Chertsey 1, Bracknell 0. Whilst I'm looking, I've just got a blinking advert pop up on the... Froome and Hungerford is goalless, so is Gosport and Wimborne, so is Marlow and Havant and Waterlooville. Plymouth and Poole, that's Plymouth Parkway and Poole Town, is 1-1. Ezio Torre had given Poole the lead. Sholing are losing 1-0 at home to Hanwell Town, and Merthyr Town are 2-0 up at Winchester City. So Merthyr edging closer to the title. The live table would show Dorchester still in 5th because Havant is goalless at the moment, and Poole is still in the relegation position, so Winchester just outside them, but looks like Winchester might lose today. They're already 2-0 down at home to Merthyr, and we're also hearing Andover New Street are now 2-0 down in their FA Vars semi-final first leg at Whiteleaf.
I think for me, Merthyr deserve it.
This is a great burst down the left-hand side from Dorchester Town. Nice ball in the middle towards Fogden. What are his options? He's turned and got it back to Jack Dixon, who started this move. Back to Moore. Buse in a lot of space. Dorchester playing it down the right-hand side with Ngala. Turns. What's his support? He's got players in front of him if he can deliver the ball. The cross is blocked. Stags get it away towards Moore, towards Fogden, edge of the box, flicks it into the air to Buse. Can he get a cross in? He can get a cross in.
Come on!
Fogden is there with the equaliser.
Yes.
A terrific cross and a great close range finish from Wes Fogden. Yes. The away fans celebrate wildly because it is AFC Totton 1, Dorchester Town 1. Great move.
There we go. There we go.
Fogden, another player out there who's played for Pompey and the Cherries, has got his 4th goal of the season. So Magri got his fourth to give Totton the lead. Fogden gets his fourth to equalise. That was a really good move, a nice cross, and a good run for Fogden just to get in there. And once he was in that position, you always would expect him to score.
Yeah, Busey's done so well to put it in that danger zone, and Foggy was there to tuck it home.
One apiece here at the Snow Stadium, and can't really say that Dorchester haven't deserved a goal. They definitely have. I wonder what the complexion of the game will be now.
It's time for us to kick on now.
And here's an opportunity. Kajela heads it towards Fogden, touches it out to the right hand side. It might stay in play. Oh, it bounced a couple of times in front of Buse. And it's a Totton throw. And given that Totton are second and haven't lost a home game this season and are trying to chase down the title, I don't think they've been at their best so far. It's all been Dorchester, but the penalty gave the Stags the chance to take the lead through Magri, and then a good move down the right hand side gave Wes Fogden the chance to equalise for Dorchester Town. Charlie Austin, good control, flicks it out to Ben Seymour down the left hand side. Can't get past the defender. 2 or 3 defenders around him now, and Buse does well. And again, they did really well to win the throw there, Jack Dixon and Matthew Buse. Ollie, your journey to Dorchester, I mean, you started out at Yeovil Town, and then did you come here on loan before you signed permanently?
Yeah, so last year I was here on loan and thoroughly enjoyed my time. I think I won Fans Player of the Season, and made me fall in love with the club even more. So I decided to sign this year.
And how enjoyable has it been with the players you're with and the coaches and the manager?
Yeah, brilliant. Coach and staff are all amazing. They all bring their own expertise into it, and it works really, really well. It's nice having Tommy Killett, Gaffer, in. So obviously he's done it. He's been there, and he's really shown us how to get results.
Oh, that was a really good run from Dorchester, from Luke Roberts. Didn't find a teammate, and in the end it was Totton who clear it with Craig Tanner. Pushing the back, maybe not spotted.
No.
Odd, It is, maybe the ref, did he bring it back? Did he play advantage? I don't know what's happened there. It's a set piece for Totton. Inside their own half, Magri touches it forward. Seymour chasing the ball down. Out on the right wing, he's looked dangerous at times. Nice ball into the area, takes a deflection, and Garlow got there just ahead of Roddy Collins, and it is a corner for Totton. Ben Seymour has scored in this fixture down the years for Dorchester against Totton. Today he's playing for Totton against Dorchester. Seymour on loan from Torquay. Totton trying to get back into the lead with this corner. Floated in towards the penalty area. Osler heads it towards goal. It's easily gathered by Harry Lee. All in orange today. The Magpies keeper plays the ball up towards Kajela, and out of play for a throw to Dorchester. Obviously the Avenue's got the artificial pitch. What do you prefer playing on, Ollie, the grass or the 3G?
Personally I prefer the 3G, especially when it's got a bit of wetness on it, but you can't beat a good grass pitch, can you?
No, I'm a traditionalist, but I can see why clubs do it. Brings in a lot of revenue, doesn't it? And you don't get a game postponed.
Yeah, that's why we haven't had many Tuesday nights, because our games are sort of always on at home.
Southern League, Premier South, it's Totton 1, Dorchester 1. In the Wessex League, it's Bournemouth Poppies 1, Fareham Town 1. AFC Portchester getting closer to winning that league. They're at home to Christchurch today. Check in on that score when they get a chance, but at the moment it's Dorchester in possession. Ball's high in the area. Staggs won it back from Tommaso, but Fogden's there. Get it back to Turner. Turner's come up for the youth team, so it's Ian Turner. Is that the right way to say it?
Yeah.
Ieuan.
Yep.
Celtic pronunciation. And, he's in today for Harry Hutchinson. That's a good ball forward towards Ben Seymour. Collins got Seymour through for AFC Totton. He's in the area. It's a good tackle coming in.
Great defending.
Spetch stopped him getting the cross in. It's a corner to Totton.
So far, the Dorchester fans have been louder than the home fans, which is nice to see on our perspective.
Totton, one of the best attended sides, if not the best in the league. And big crowd here last time against Merthyr. There was just under 2,000. It's a corner to come in. Craig Tanner for AFC Totton. Tanner's a recent addition to the team. To the near post. And Austin puts it over the bar from about the 12, from almost the penalty spot. Good delivery. Not a bad touch on it, but it just dipped over the bar for a goal kick to Dorchester.
As I was saying earlier, I think Merthyr totally deserve to be where they are.
How, when I don't have the scores to hand, but how did you fare against them? Have you played them twice yet?
Yeah, so we drew 0-0 away, clean sheet away from home, which was nice, and I think we beat them actually at home, if I remember correctly.
Osler for Totton. Hopeful ball forward is easily picked out and put forward by Turner. Magri slides in, but Roberts is out on the left wing. Dorchester in a position here. Magri was good defending. Played the ball off of Roberts in the end. Luke Roberts, remember him starting out at Poole Town under Tom Killick. Quite a few players with Poole connections joining Tom when he was unveiled as Dorchester's manager. And Poole at the moment, season and a half after they got rid of Tom, find themselves currently in the relegation zone in this league, while Dorchester find themselves in a playoff position. Long ball up forward from Totton. Good header won by Spetch for Dorchester. Bit of head tennis in the middle with Tommaso. And Garlo's going to have to work to get this back. Dixon with a long ball forward up towards Corby Moore. Osler again shows his experience to win the header and belt the ball forward. Spetch brings it down. Nice ball forward. Kosciela tries to head it towards Gwengwe, and Hallett clears his lines. 6 minutes to the break. This is quite an even game now. I wouldn't like to predict how this one's going to finish up. Totton have come into it a bit more. Dorchester is still playing well. It's become a bit more of an even encounter. Do you still look out for Yeovil's results? Was that sort of your first team?
No, I'm not actually from Yeovil, so sort of when I left, I didn't really track their results. No, I'm from North Devon.
Okay. So was there a team there you played for or followed when you were growing up, or?
Well, yeah, my grassroots team growing up and was Bideford Blues. And that was sort of a local side, sort of grassroots, before I went into the academy. And my granddad was actually the coach of the team I played for, and that was nice. I think I did it right. I think a lot of these young lads coming through football,
Tanner takes a corner for Totton. 1-2 with Bennett into the area. To the near post. I think it was Seymour got the touch straight at the goalkeeper, Harrison Lee.
Sorry, as I was saying, a lot of these young lads in football nowadays sort of grow up in the academy and have a lot of pressure on them, and I was lucky enough to experience playing with my mates from a young age and then do it as I was a bit older.
That sounds a nicer way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is Charlie Austin. Good control on his chest. Hopeful ball forward for Ben Seymour. Offside flag up, or I don't know if that was for handball or for offside, but it is a free kick to Dorchester. Get 5 minutes to the break. If it stays 1-1 at the break, what do you think Tom Killick and Glenn Howes, what they might have to say in the dressing room?
I think we should just keep it as it is. I think we're doing really, really well. I think the result sort of reflects the game we see in front of us. You know, obviously the penalty was questionable, but I think Totton have been on it, so I think they deserve it.
4 to the break, 1-1. A scoreline that would keep Dorchester in 5th place if it stayed this way. They could only drop out of the playoff positions if they lost and if haven't won. Last we checked, the Hawks were 0-0 at the bottom club Marlow. We'll check in again in a bit. Bewes has a chance for Dorchester. Good cross comes in. Diving header is over the top from Shaq Wengwe. I don't know if he was aiming for Shaq or for Olaf, but it was another good cross. He's had 1 assist already today. Opportunity for Dorchester, but the header over. Let's have a look at the scores in the league. Hawks are still 0-0 at Marlow. Sholing still losing. Poole are still 1-1 at Plymouth Parkway. Gosport still 0-0 with Wimborne. Wimborne, the form team in the league, would you believe? Gosport worried about dropping into relegation trouble. Merthyr are still 2-0 up at Winchester. And Basingstoke, who are dropping down a bit, they're 0-0 at Walton and Hersham. That would be a good point if it can stay that way. Also Chertsey leading in that league, and that our teams that are struggling like Poole and Winchester, they don't really want Chertsey to win. Maybe they breathed a sigh of relief last night as Tiverton lost 3-1 at Gloucester. Tiverton might have climbed above Winchester and Poole if they'd won, but they lost 3-1. 3 minutes to the break, a chance for Totton. Dorchester gave the ball away, but Spetch clears it. Luke Bennett was given a gift there really, but he couldn't get a shot away.
Do you have any predictions for who's going to go down, or do you have to stay neutral?
Alright, I'll give you them in a minute. Bennett cuts it back towards Seymour. Keeper gathers it. I do not want any of our Hampshire or Dorset teams to go down, Ollie, so I've got to root for Poole and Winchester, and even Basingstoke and Gosport are dropping into it a little bit. I want them all to stay up. You know, I don't know if Winchester and Poole are in the greatest of form, but Winchester seem to be better away from home. Maybe Winchester might be expected to be more in trouble than Poole. Winchester haven't really got the budget that Poole have, but I know the two managers there really well, and I thought they would have improved them a lot more when they took over from Steve Tully, Pat Sarachi and Joe Lee. It hasn't happened yet. They're still in big trouble. Not often people ask me for my opinion on it. Have you got one too based on what you've seen from when you've played against these teams?
I think Frome will be okay. I mean, as I'm not from this area, I can't really comment too much on Poole, but I think they might go down as well.
Well, they're still going to come to your place on Easter Monday, so that could be a huge game for Dorchester and Poole. That may well be our commentary game on Easter Monday. Easter Monday looks really tasty because Totton have got Winchester and Gosport have got Havant and Waterlooville, so it's Derby Day all round on Bank Holiday Monday. Here it is 1 apiece, and Garlow goes long towards Kajela, hits the back of the head of Luke Hallett. We've only got a minute plus stoppages, so we've got a guest from Totton for the second half. So thanks for your help today, Ollie. I hope you've enjoyed it.
No, I have, absolutely.
And I would invite you back again soon, but of course you'd rather be playing, so hopefully hopefully we don't do this again, because it would mean you're suspended or injured or not selected. So hope we don't do this for many years, but you're welcome back one day. And I've got to say, we've got 2 added minutes. I've got to say, it's been a really good half for Dorchester.
Yeah, no. We came with a game plan to stay on the front foot, and we've done exactly that.
Anyone's game in the second half, of course. You look at the calibre of players both teams have got on the bench.
Wow.
It could they could be substitutes that make the difference in the end.
I mean, we're known to finish strong as well, so. Yeah, I've seen James Beattie in one dugout, Glenn Howes in the other. I
Don't know if Tom's got is Tom down there, or is he in the stand today as well? A couple of seats in front of us,
he's
maybe.
in the stand, yeah.
Both managers then, I suspect, have got the dreaded touchline ban. Here's a chance for Dorchester. Luke Roberts lashes one over the top. Good effort from an acute angle, but a goal kick. And Dorchester started and finished the half stronger, I would say.
Yeah, no, I'd agree, which is nice to see.
That's the 45 up. 2 added minutes were given. Firmly in the balance here. 1-1. Game getting better as it goes along. Dorchester clear it up forward for the forwards to chase. Hallett wins the header. It's the fullback who clears his lines. Dixon finds Buse can't control it. And a play for a throw right on the halfway line to AFC Totton. I think there's some tough fixtures coming up, aren't there?
Yeah, we've got Gloucester next week and then Waltham and Hersham directly after that.
So that's 3 games in a row against teams that are also in the playoff positions.
Yeah.
Couldn't sort of make that up. If you're still in the playoffs after those games, you will deserve to be there. You'll be amongst your peers.
Yeah.
Osler throws it forward. Roddy Collins couldn't direct it. Back in Totten's half. Magri is going to get a chance to get there ahead of Fogden. It's a throw to Dorchester.
Might be the last chance.
It could well be one more chance. Maybe they're waiting for the long throw there. They didn't put it in quickly. Who's got the long throw on the team?
Me.
I think it's been Luke Roberts to take. So they're missing the long throws today then, Ollie. Right. Into the area.
Ooh, go on, shot.
Gwengwe gets it back to Kuchielu. Somehow they've kept it in play. Buse is in the middle if he can find him with a cross. We're running out of time. They may have to go direct. They're still with Luke Roberts. Kujela's cross deflects, loops into the area.
He's done.
The header is cleared from Totton, and the half-time whistle sounds at the Snow Stadium. Half-time is AFC Totton 1, Dorchester Town 1. I think it's been a fairly even game. Maybe Dorchester have been slightly better, and maybe 1-1 is quite a fair scoreline at the break.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah.
For the second half, we shall have Steve Brockwell of AFC Totton joining us, the CEO here. I'm not sure what drama we'll get then. At what point today might we see Brett Pittman, given the impact he made last week?
He'll definitely be making an appearance, that's for sure. I don't know how early into the second half it will be, but he'll be coming on, that's for sure.
And I guess you would be looking forward to playing with him in the first team. I guess you've trained with him, but you haven't been able to play with him yet. That could be as soon as next week.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. You know, if you're under pressure and you can put it long to him, and you know his hold-up play is going to be excellent, so gives us another option.
Getting closer. Yeah, FA Vars, Andover New Street, a big half coming up for them. They are 2-0 down at Whiteleaf. Would they try just to hold on to take 0-2 back to Andover, or would they try and get a goal back and run the risk of conceding more? A little bit disappointing for New Street today. They did extremely well to get where they are. It's a little bit chilly here. It is 1-1 at the break between AFC Totton and Dorchester Town. Here live on BBC Radio, Solent. Pompey is our main game against Blackburn Rovers. If you were listening before kick-off, they played some clips of games down the years between them. It's 1-0 at half-time to Portsmouth. I remember Kanu, I think, getting a hat-trick in that fixture for Portsmouth against Blackburn when they were two of the best teams in the Premier League. A lot has changed since then. I shall let you go and join your teammates, Ollie. Thank you for being our summariser for Dorchester Town in this first half. It's a good effort from your teammates as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, so thank you.
Messages to us with the word Solent at Solent Sport is where you can find us on social media. Half time here at Fratton Park. Full second half commentary to come. It's Portsmouth 1, Blackburn 0.
This is BBC Radio Solent Sport.
Half-time in our 2 live commentaries that we've got for you on Solent Sport this afternoon in the Championship here at Fratton Park. After back-to-back defeats, it's so far so good for Pompey.
Here Bishop back to Murphy. Murphy in the area. Murphy scored! A lovely finish. That's such a well-worked goal. Bishop makes it. Murphy finished it. And as he strided towards the ball in the penalty area, there was only one place you ever thought it was going to end up.
Martin says, nice to be coming out at the moment on the right end of a game that's pretty 50-50. Also, thank you very much, Dave, as well, for your message. We're not great away from home, so we're going to need 2 to 3 wins from the 4 home games to reach 50 points. So far, so good today. Get your thoughts in on 81333 on the text. Solent at the start of your message. WhatsApp is 08000 321 333. Again, Solent at the start of that message, please. And X at Solent Sport. Our non-league commentary on BBC Sounds and your smart speaker comes from the Southern League Premier South. AFC Totton versus Dorchester at Snow Stadium. We said it would be an entertaining game, and it's certainly that so far.
Penalty for Totton. Magri steps up and scores into the right-hand side. A fine penalty. Harry Lee dived the right way, but couldn't get a hand to it, and it is AFC Totton 1, Dorchester Town 0. Stags get it away towards Moore, towards Fogden, edge of the box, flicks it into the edge of Buse. Can he get across it? He can get across it.
Come on!
Fogden is there with the equaliser.
Yes.
A terrific cross and a great close range finish from Wes Fogden. The away fans celebrate wildly because it is AFC Totton 1, Dorchester Town 1.
So 1-1 there at half-time at Snow Stadium. Elsewhere, Crystal Palace booked their place in the FA Cup semi-final earlier by beating Fulham 3-0 at Craven Cottage. The 5:15 FA Cup quarter-final is Brighton v Forest this evening. In the Championship's early games, these are full times. It was Hull 0, Luton 1 earlier, and goalless between Watford and Plymouth. I'll run you through all the other half-time scores in a minute. The Six Nations Women's Rugby has moved into round 2 today. The champions and leaders England travel to the Principality Stadium, Cardiff, to face Wales this afternoon. That's a 4:45 start. Earlier on, France beats Scotland 31-10. In boxing, Britain's Sandy Ryan takes on Michaela Mayer for a second time in a WBO World Welterweight title fight in Las Vegas later. Ryan is going to aim to regain the belt that she lost to Mayer on points last September. And in tennis, in the Miami Open, the women's singles final sees Arina Zabalenka take on American Jessia Hugela. That's a 7 o'clock start this evening. Coming up then, the half-time scores from up and down the country, and it's a massive game for the Cherries tomorrow, one of the biggest in their history, as they take on Manchester City in the FA Cup quarter-final at Vitality Stadium. We'll hear from the Cherries boss Andoni Iraola ahead of that on the home of live sport across the south.
BBC Radio Solent Sport. The Hot Seats.
BBC Radio Solent.
This is where we question the people in charge.
From where you sit in your office, what do you see the crux of this problem being?
Do you acknowledge there's a problem?
There is an issue, and I don't just sit in the office.
Health, politics, utility companies. Nothing is off limits.
Lots more messages that we've had through on Facebook, and they want to develop it with all sorts of things we don't need. What's your policy?
We've trained receptionist staff so they're able to sort of receive the call and direct the call in a timely way to the most appropriate professional.
Are you soft on shoplifters? I'm going to be absolutely honest. Hampshire and the Isle of Wight Constabulary did not do as good a job as I would like them to have done.
Keep listening out for the next hot seat guest.
Jono Holmes.
BBC Radio Solent Sport.
It is Solent Sport live from Fratton Park, Saturday afternoon. Lovely spring day here, if you're in the sunshine, that is. If you're in the shade, it's a little chilly still, but we'll take it, especially with the week of weather that we've got coming up as well. Pompey Flag on X says both the right back and right centre back on yellow cards. I think we know where Blackburn are going to target us in the second half. Please hold on, lads. Those below us are winning too, and we need to keep our fate in our own hands. Play up Pompey. You can get involved on X, on WhatsApp and on the text as well. Love to hear your thoughts on that first half of Pompey. So far so good after those 2 defeats before the international break against Plymouth and Preston. Don't forget, by the way, Solent Sport is here for you each and every weeknight from 6 with interviews, fan reaction and all you need to know about sport across the south. We've also got brilliant BBC Sounds episodes for each of our clubs as well. We've got Who Needs Mourinho for Pompey, Cherries Unpicked for Bournemouth, and Going Home with Adam and Joe for Saints as well. Just search Portsmouth, Southampton or Bournemouth on BBC Sounds and you will get our extended episodes of those. You can listen to the back catalogue whenever you like as well. Okay, let's run through the half-time scores up and down the country then, shall we? As I said a second ago, the full-time in the FA Cup quarter-final earlier was Fulham 0, Crystal Palace 3. That was a 12:15 kick-off. The 5:15 is Brighton Forest. And we're going to hear from the Cherries boss Andoni Iraola ahead of our FA Cup quarter-final live commentary tomorrow of Bournemouth v Man City. That's coming up in just a few minutes for you. In the Championship last night, let's start there. Sheffield United 3, Coventry 1. It was Hull 0, Luton 1 at 12:30 today. That's a full-time result. Goalless between Watford and Plymouth. These are the 3 o'clock games now, half times. Burnley 1, Bristol City 0. It's Cardiff 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Leeds 1, Swansea 0. Middlesbrough 0, Oxford 1. It's goalless between Norwich and West Brom. Pompey are winning here at Fratton Park by a goal to nil against Blackburn. Stoke 2-0 up on QPR and Sunderland 1-0 up on Millwall. So all the teams in and around Pompey with Stoke, Oxford, Cardiff all winning and Luton winning earlier on as well. Pompey really need to hold on to this win in the second half. League One full times from earlier: Charlton 4, Huddersfield 0, Stockport 2, Burton 1. Half-time scores now: Birmingham 1 up on Shrewsbury. It's Blackpool 1, Bolton 1. 1-1 between Bristol Rovers and Mansfield. Cambridge 0, Northampton 1. Exeter 0, Wrexham 1. Reading 1 up on Peterborough at the moment. Rotherham 0, Crawley 1. Wigan 0, Barnsley 1. It's goalless between Wickham and Lincoln. Down into League 2, full times from earlier: goalless between Accrington Stanley and Bradford, and Crewe 0, Port Vale 1 was a full-time result from earlier. Some half-times: goalless between Barrow and Chesterfield. Bromley 1, Salford 2. 1-0 Doncaster are up against Carlisle at the moment. Harrogate Town 1, Gillingham 0. It's 1-1 between MK Dons and Fleetwood. Morecambe 1, Swindon 0. Newport 0, Notts County 1, and goalless at half-time between Walsall and AFC Wimbledon. Let's have a look at the half-time scores for our non-league teams in action across the south and a few other places today as well. Goalless in the National League: Eastleigh away at Tamworth at the moment. National League South, Weymouth could be relegated from National League South if they lose at home to Slough this afternoon and other results don't go their way. But at the moment though, the Terrors flying. They're 2-0 up at half-time at home against Slough Town. Southern League Premier South, our BBC Sounds and smart speaker commentary is AFC Totton 1, Dorchester 1 at half-time. Gosport Borough 0, Wimborne 0 as a half-time score, and Marlow 0, Havant and Waterlooville 0. Poole are on the road at Plymouth Parkway. It's 1-1 there at half-time. Sholing 0, Hamwell Town 1 is a half-time score, and Winchester City finding it tough up against top side Merthyr Town at home this afternoon. They're 2-0 down at half-time. Down into the Southern League Division 1, South Bashley 1-0 down at home to Cinderford Town at half-time. Shaftesbury though are 2-1 up against Bideford at half-time. Isthmian South Central, Horndean 0, South Park 2. Moneyfields 2, Southall 0. And we're keeping our eyes on that FA Vars semi-final this afternoon. Andover New Street are 2 wins from Wembley. They're up against AFC Whiteleaf for the first leg of their semi-final of the FA Vars. They're away in the first leg, and it's AFC Whiteleaf 2, Andover New Street 0 at half-time. You're up to date on Solent Sport. We'll be going back to our live commentaries imminently here at Fratton Park and at the Snow Stadium as well, but we've got to look ahead to this. tomorrow afternoon. Bournemouth could rewrite the history books by reaching the FA Cup semi-finals for the first time. The Cherries face Manchester City at Vitality Stadium, hoping to book a first trip to Wembley since 1998. They've never been to the new Wembley, and Andoni Iraola has spoken to Rob Seals ahead of the game at their new performance centre, which they moved into earlier this week.
It's a big step for the club, no? I think it's a big improvement. Very happy to be here. Actually, a little bit surprised because everything is really working like very smoothly, and I expected, with the change, first days to be a little bit more messy, but actually has been probably better than expected. Yes.
How have yourself and the players settled in the first few training sessions and sort of getting to know all the corridors and individual rooms?
We still get lost sometimes, but I think all the changes are in the positive side. Obviously, you see the faces of the players, delighted with the new facilities, especially from the football side. The pitches are really good, in a good condition, and the quality of trainings definitely will improve.
And of course, you've moved in 4 days before a pretty sizable game in the season. Could that motivate the team more, or could that cause a potential sense of disruption perhaps?
No, we were discussing where was the good moment to make the change, and once we knew that everything was ready to make the change, I think this international break has been a good moment. I think everyone has come with nice energy, and I think it will give us also a little bit extra in this last 3 days of training to prepare well the game. Yes.
Let's talk about that game then, because it's obviously a huge game. Bournemouth have never reached the semi-finals of the FA Cup. How does it feel for you to potentially be on the cusp of rewriting the history books?
I think I appreciate a lot the chance. I think probably we were not happy when the draw happened because we didn't want the City, but I also think that it's not going to be an easy game for them. I hope.
Solent Sports hearing from Andoni Iraola, the Cherries boss, ahead of that mammoth FA Cup quarter-final at Vitality Stadium tomorrow afternoon. It's a 4:30 start. We're on the air from 3 o'clock with lots of build-up, lots to get our teeth into ahead of kick-off in that one, on what could be a historic day for AFC. Bournemouth could be making their first trip to the new Wembley, first ever FA Cup semi-final. Problem is they've just got to get past Manchester City, which they have done already once this season at home, and City not being quite what they were 12 months or so ago, but it is the only thing really that City can win as the season comes to a close. Let's head back then to the Snow Stadium. Our non-league commentary on BBC Sounds and your smart speaker is of AFC Totton against Dorchester. 1-1 at half-time. Cliff Pledge is your match commentator for this one.
Thank you very much, John. Welcome back to the Snows Stadium for the second half. We've got one change for AFC Totton because we've got Scott Rendell on the touchline about to come on. Let's see who's come off. Scott Rendell is coming on. 1-1 at the break. Sam Magri's penalty gave Totton the lead. Wes Fogden slotted home an equaliser later in the half. A fairly even half. We heard from Ollie Haste of Dorchester Town for the first half. We've got Steve Brookwell here for AFC Totton for the second half. Afternoon, Steve, how are you?
Yeah, very good afternoon, Cliff. Lovely sunshine day here at the Snow Stadium.
So it's Ben Seymour who's come off for Totton and Scott Rendell who's come on. Before I run through the two teams, what did you make of the first half?
Yeah, I thought it was very competitive. Both sides went at it. I thought we were a little bit short up top, to be honest, but we were good at the byline, getting the ball back. I think the referee got the penalty 100% right. And I think Dorchester were good for their equaliser. So game on.
Absolutely. What will happen in the second half of this fairly even game? Tommaso spreads the ball out for Charlie Austin on the left wing. Great control from him. Plays it back, but it's a throw for Dorchester Town because Jack Dixon played it off of the left winger, and it is a throw to Dorchester right back by their own corner flag. Let's go through the two teams today. Ryan Gosney keeps goal for AFC Totton. Luke Bennett, right wing back. Richard McIntyre, left wing back. Sam Magri in the centre of defence with the captain Joe Ostler and Luke Haddett. Alan Tommaso, Craig Tanner, Roddy Collins in the middle. Charlie Austin and Scott Rendell up front for them. Other subs they could use today: Ethan Taylor, Tony Lee, Tom Blair and Charlie Kennedy. Dorchester have got Harry Lee in goal. Matt Hughes, right wing back. Luke Roberts, left wing back. Will Spetch, Jack Dixon, Ryan Turner at the back, and Garlow's in the middle with Corby Moore, and then they've got Fogden, Kujela and Gwengwe. Here's an opportunity now for Dorchester Town, chasing it. The 12, Luke Roberts did really well, burst in the area, tried to find Wes Fogden. Totton got it away, a dangerous moment there. Dorchester subs are Wayne Robinson, Brett Pittman, Marcus Dawes, Luke Pardo and Harry Hutchinson. Jimmy Ball made 3 changes today. Tommy Killick made 1. It's 1-1 at the moment, and it's a throw for Dorchester in a dangerous position. Gwengwe tried to hook it forward, didn't fall for Fogden. Cleared by Totton. Dorchester started the first half perhaps a bit better than Totton. They've started this half as well, but it's a Stag's throw towards Rendell. First touches for him, and Garlow sticks out a boot and gets it away, but there's an opportunity for Tanner. Tanner gets it back for Bennett. Out on the right-hand side. Tanner plays the 1-2 with Rendell. Back to Adam Tommaso. Totton looking good in possession, but can they get the killer ball forward? Magri up towards Rendell. Touches it back. Shot is blocked on the edge of the area from Luke Bennett. Back again from Magri. Dorchester managed to get a couple of touches and get it away, but it's back with the blue shirts. Bennett's got it on the right-hand side and wins the throw. Taken quickly, too quickly maybe. Out of play for a goal kick to Dorchester Town, but Rendell sort of a bit more of a spearhead since coming on. 1 apiece. What have you made of Tottenham's season so far? Second in the table. I know you were finished second last season as well. Has it been a good campaign for the Stags?
No, it's been indifferent, to be honest. Up until we played Gosport away and the lights went out at half time, we were absolutely flying, and you could see that we had great structure in the game and everything else. And since then we've picked up a few injuries. Obviously we lost the boy that day, Declan, to a double break of the leg, and we've had players in and out injury-wise ever since. Today's a prime example. Carter failed a fitness test. I don't think Taylor was quite there. Blair wasn't quite there. And it's been a bit like that for since Christmas, really.
It's an opportunity for Dorchester. They've got a corner on the far side. They'll be looking to try and take the lead for the first time today. It's a corner for the Magpies. Floated to the back post. Well, it's still not clear. Fogden gets it back to the corner taker. Corby Moore again floated to the back post. Rendell's just going to shepherd that out, let it go out of play, because Turner was behind him, the big centre back up from defence, but easily dealt with by Totton. I did feel, Steve, that you were the better team on the day against Merthyr, but couldn't quite win that game. And since that draw, Merthyr have sort of picked up more points than Totton, which is a bit disappointing.
Yeah, listen, they're on an absolute phenomenal run.
Ball into the area, well gathered by Dorchester's goalkeeper. It was
and I think no one could deny them. I think they're winning at half time. To win, unbeaten for 32 games, is a remarkable feat. We just got to keep nagging away and just hoping that we can make sure we secure that second spot, and then wait, to see if they slip up.
Fogden plays a nice ball for Kujela. He hasn't got too much support. He's on the right-hand side on the edge of the area. Dorchester attacking. The cross comes in and it's deflected and bounces into the arms of goalkeeper Ryan Gosney. So he's gathered that one again and rolls it out.
Yeah, I think Seymour picked up a knock. I see him come up the tunnel at half-time with a bit of a limp, so obviously he hasn't made it for the second half.
He won the penalty early in the game. He'd had an impact.
Yeah, he's got that great turn of pace. I mean, his first 2 yards are electric, and he seems to sort of work that channel really well. Caught the defender napping. Obviously, double jeopardy didn't come into play, so he got a yellow card, and we got the penalty in the goal. So, but both teams, I think, very even. Stevens, do you not think, first half?
No, absolutely, and a lot of football still to be played. But this is the third time you've met them this season. You may yet meet them a fourth time, perhaps.
Well, I hope not. Well, if I do, I hope it's on grass and not plastic. I think it's no surprise that 6 of the top 7 play on plastic.
I hadn't realised that. That's a stat, isn't it? Totton obviously the only one that play on grass. It's a throw to Dorchester Town. 1-1 here. The sun is out for the second half. It was a bit chilly in the first half. Dorchester take the throw up towards halfway. Totton are going to get that away with Hallett got it forward. Tommaso wins the header. Fogden wins it back, and Tommaso comes in with a strong tackle. It's going to be a Dorchester throw on this near side.
Yeah, great battle there in the midfield between Tommaso and Tanner and Ngalo. Obviously Ngalo ex-player of ours, Gwingi ex-player of ours, so a lot to prove out here today.
Osler, the captain for Totton, clears it up towards Rendell on halfway, hooks it over his shoulder forward. Spetch is going to get there first under a bit of pressure from Charlie Austin. Back to his keeper Harry Lee. Lee clears it up. Osler's been immense at the back, wins the first header. Dorchester might get a chance here. Kozella's going forward. He's got Buse to his left. Buse passes it out to Luke Roberts, who's won the corner on the far side.
Interesting, those two, Buse and Roberts. Both, one came back from an ACL, one came back from a broken leg. Trained and were with us all pre-season, and both disappeared off to Dorchester when they didn't get in the first 20 in the first couple of games. So we have four familiar faces out there.
There's sometimes a circuit, isn't there, in non-league football that you see players playing against you. I mean, for example, your number 7, Ben Seymour, has scored a few goals in this fixture down the years, but for Dorchester when he's been on loan there.
Yeah, exactly that. No, exactly that. The lads tend to move round, don't they? They tend to move round in circles. They're all fairly local lads. Not many lads look to travel anymore. You have it wherever you go. It's only if you go up into London, really, you don't see the same lads. I think we're going to make a substitution here. I don't think Tommaso's going to get up from this. Looks like Blair and Kennedy are getting instructions from James Beattie and Paul Masters there in the dugout with Shape. The subs boards come out with Harry Brookwell. Unfortunately I don't think Tommaso's going to make it. It's a shame. He's a real warrior. Been absolute fantastic servant to the football club. Just earned himself a new contract for next season, and it's a shame to see him limping off in the way he is. Hopefully it's nothing too bad.
A change for AFC Totton. Tom Blair 8 for 5, which is Tommaso for Charlie Kennedy. And the other change is going to be Tom Blair coming on. Just wondering who's
Luke
coming
Bennett.
off.
Luke Bennett.
Luke Bennett makes way for Tom Blair. A lot of people were talking today about Charlie Austin versus Brett Pittman. You've certainly raised some eyebrows when you signed Charlie Austin, and Pittman got a hat-trick on his debut last week for Dorchester. We haven't seen him yet, but it's good for the league to get sort of players of that calibre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Listen, non-leagues got stronger and stronger and stronger every season that I've been involved in it, and it's not unusual now to see players coming in, from the pro game, coming into the lower levels and being able to do a great job. Charlie Austin's been absolutely fantastic for us. I mean, his commitment to the football team and around the club and his academy has been absolutely delightful. He's been a pleasure to have. He's unfortunately on the end of a few difficult refereeing decisions, I say, and I think he's sometimes a bit sharp for the linesman. Otherwise he'd have had probably best part of 20 goals. But Magri coming forward, looks for Charlie Austin inside the channel.
Here comes Charlie Austin in the area, cuts it back, could fall to Rendell, brings it under control. Cleared away by Jack Dixon, who just snatched it away.
Oh, it was a great chance there.
That was a good move from Totton, the best attack of the half so far, but Dixon still bursting down the other way for Dorchester. He's completely overhit. Across, and Koziela's got his head in his hands. Wanted a better quality ball, but Dorchester showing they're dangerous on the break, but a nice move there with Austin and Rendell almost combining.
Yeah, and I think going back to the Pittman conversation, at the end of the day, Brett's been a great pro. He's worked, has kept himself very fit at Bournemouth, where he coaches. He's done a great job for Porchester. I think he struggled a little bit this year with Shaftesbury as we break it down the right hand side here. Blair inside. No one is going to pick up.
It's Will Spetch who gets the ball away and clears it up towards halfway. This is an intriguing and even game near the top of the Southern League Premier South. Rendell made an impact. If they want to throw their refs, not impressed, not interested. Number 14 for Totton was down Craig Tanner. I thought Tanner really impressed me against Merthyr. He's someone that you've only recently signed, but has he made an impact?
Yeah, he's another great lad. He came from Ebbsfleet. I think he got he was on a 2-year deal there, and I think he just, things changed. Ebbsfleet have struggled, and he really wanted to put his marker down and play somewhere. He's come on a 2-year deal. But he's very committed. Yeah, he's been great for us.
Totton go long to on the left hand side. Rendell and Austin both win headers, but doesn't find a teammate out of play for a throw to Dorchester Town. Checking on some other scores. Unfortunately, in the F8 Vars semi-final, it was Andover New Street 2-0 down at half-time of their first leg against Whiteleaf. If you want the Portsmouth commentary, that is on the radio. That's on FM and DAB, and then on your Freeview. Online, it's the Stags and the Magpies, which is evenly poised at 1-1. It's nice and warm now. I don't know where that sunshine was for the first half. We were freezing up here, but now the sun is out.
Yeah, the sun always shines on the righteous, Cliff, and obviously I've joined you, and the sun's joined me. So we've got Glenn Howes there down in front of us. Obviously, Glenn managed here with Woodsy. Left for Dorchester. Funny enough, he went down as a scouting mission to Dorchester because we had them in the trophy, and came back with the information for the game and told us that he decided that they were going to join them, and they've been there ever since until Tommy Kiddick joined them. Was it the end of last season or was it this season?
The midway through last season.
But yeah, listen, no hard feelings in football.
Fogden bursting forward for Dorchester, finds Koziela out on the left wing. It's an opportunity for Dorchester. What are his options? Goes for the shot, I think. A low shot straight at the goalkeeper, Ryan Godsney. I don't know if it was the right option in the end. He had Gwengwe in the area. Koziela had a pop at goal, low along the ground at Godsney. Now it's Totton, it's end-to-end stuff. Switching it from left to right. Koziela's now back defending. And just, does he keep it in? No, he doesn't. It's a corner to AFC Totton. Blair put the pressure on, plays that corner short and quickly back to Magri. Into the area. Another corner one, 2 in quick succession. This time it's Craig Tanner wins it.
Yeah, game's opened up now, Cliff. End-to-end stuff. 1 minute the Dorchester are on the attack, then the Stags are on the attack. It's a good spectacle for what is a good crowd. I'm being told it's circa sort of 1,800. We've had fantastic crowds here this year.
Corner for Totton, looking to get back in front here at the Snow Stadium. Over on the right hand side, the ref's not wanting it to be played just yet. He's wanting to talk to one of the Dorchester players. I think it's Will Spetch and Magri there, and Rendell as well. I don't know what the ref wants to talk to some players. Maybe he saw something off the ball. He'd wait for the corner to be taken. Talking about Glenn Howes scouting that FA Trophy game last season. It was ironic, or 2 seasons ago now. talk about that in a minute. Here's Totten's corner into the area. First touch is from Buse, headed back in towards the goal, but gathered by Harrison Lee. When he took over as manager, his first game was that trophy game back here. I can remember that one, and I think you all enjoyed.
Yeah, we enjoyed the result that day, that was for sure. But it's always been good battles between the two clubs. There's a lot of history. There's always been very competitive, but nice competitive.
Last year it was 4-4 here, and then you went down there and won 4-0.
Yeah, and I think we were 3-0 up at one time, at one stage in the 4-4.
Overhead throw from the keeper, Gosney, like a throw-in throw, got it forward towards Magri. Here come Kennedy, he's got it. Hallett's got it out to the left-hand side to Osler. Totton looking a bit more dangerous this half. This is a good move down the left-hand side. Cut it back. Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. Tanner sort of missed the ball
completely.
Went to kick it. There was a good cut back. He was on the edge of the area, but couldn't get a touch on it. And it is a free kick to Dorchester.
Yeah, one of those, I think, that ends up in the car park or ends up in the top corner. Unfortunately, neither happened. He went straight over the top of the ball with an air kick, and Ngalo picked it up, only to be fouled by Kennedy. So the keeper will take this 25 yards outside his penalty box. I think he'll look to go down this left-hand side as they line up.
In the National League, Eastleigh are now 2-0 down at Tamworth. Looks like that's going to be a struggle for them to turn that one around. Weymouth are 2-0 up at home to Slough. Goals from Genesini and Linton. Looks like they're not being relegated today. That might be a stay of execution for another week. And Salisbury still lead Tunbridge by a goal to 0. Here it's 1-1. Fogden for Dorchester. Scoops it forward. Magri clears it high into the sky. Drops down. Who's going to get on the end of it first? Magri gets a touch, but Gwengwe wins it back. Gwengwe flicks it forward, and then sensible defending from Luke Hallett to head it back to his goalkeeper Gosney.
Yeah, I thought we were in the circus then. It was keep the ball up as long as you can. Calmness personified there by Luke Hallett. Got the ball back to Gosney, who goes long to Blair. Both of them miss it. Oh, no, they think the fullback got a touch, so it's a blue throw.
Taken quickly, finding Rendell on the right hand side, flicks it back, good low cross. Spetch gets the boot on it, and Garlow's going to pick up the loose ball, dribbles it forward. It's Totton who are hungrier to win it back. Magri finds Tanner back in his own half now for Hallett. You kind of sense Totton are on top now.
Yeah, they're starting to turn the screw here. They've had good 10-15 minutes of play here. Lots of opportunities.
Looks like Dorchester are sort of more of a team on the break now, whereas in the first half they were doing a lot of the running. It's a corner to the Stags, corner number 5 today, over on the far hand side.
Yeah, I think a lot of people underestimate Scott Rendell. Scott Rendell has come into the game. He creates so much space for people around him, pulls the players, pulls the defenders into places they don't really want to go, which opens up a lot of space for people. And he's certainly an unsung hero around here.
Corner going to come in from AFC Totton. Swept to the back post. It's over everybody. Osler got the header, but it was never going to direct it towards goal. Off balance, and it's a goal kick to Dorchester Town. Still 1-1 here, and a change for Dorchester now. 12 for 19. Luke Pardo coming on for Luke Roberts.
Yeah, tell you a funny story about Luke Pardo. 2 seasons ago we met him after a game, and he was a free agent, and he signed some paperwork and agreed to meet us back at the club. And as I was walking out, I said, "Oh, is that your mum, Luke?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, pleased to meet you." She said, "Has he just signed some paperwork for you?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "He signed some paperwork for Paul 2 weeks previous." I said, "You better tear that up." That's footballers for you.
One apiece here between the Stags and the Mags. The Magpies scoring their goal. Totton crossing low into the area, just too long for Charlie Austin. It was a good ball in from Tanner. They've won it back though. Could be a chance to cross it in from the opposite flank. Delivered to the back post. The headers from Spetch, and Garlow clears it over his head. Gwengwe brings it under control. He's forced to go back though. Pardo, first touch for him, tries to get Kajela going forward, but Gosney is out and clears the ball. And
snow on that one.
He's been a big signing for you, because I know last year he was a thorn in your side when he was the Salisbury keeper. I guess when Jimmy had the chance to get him on board, he jumped at that.
Yeah, he's a local lad, and the problem was Josh Gold and him, I think, are equally good as goalkeepers. But Goz lives locally, and Josh moved with his jobs to the other side of sort of South Wales, so it was never going to be an opportunity for him to keep him really.
Fogden plays a nice ball down. It's a corner for Dorchester. The low delivery from Pardo was touched behind by Magri. Dorchester's first corner for a while, first one of the half. And another change for them. Brett Pittman will be coming on for Shaq Gwengwe.
Yeah, I think both sides gambled here. They know that a draw's no good to either of us. At the end of the day, obviously, we brought on Rendell, they brought on Pittman. Pittman's forgot to take his wedding ring off. You'd think after being in the game for as many years as he has, you know that you can't come on with jewellery, and now he can't get his ring off. A bit of lubricant being put on there. He's got it off finally.
Brian from the coaching team of Dorchester getting that off, and the assistant referee, Mr. Bomela's checking the studs of Brett Pittman. On he comes, going straight up for this corner.
Yeah, I think they'll look to use Brett in the same way as we do Rendell, and that's to create space for the forward men. And he'll nick a goal from anywhere. He's a good predator.
Dorchester corner to the near post. The first touch is from Totton. It's back out to the corner taker, goes out for a throw. Corby Moore's going to leave the throw.
Yeah, going to go long here, I think. He's got a decent throw on him here. Is he going to go short? Is he going to go long? No, he's going to go short.
Pardo plays it back to Corby Moore. Wins the free kick. No foul there. He's not happy at all in Garlow, but it's cleared by Kennedy. Long ball up this near touch line.
Yeah, and Garlow and Kennedy, old teammates. Trying to outfox each other there. The Glenn Howes gives some instructions there to Pardo.
Dorchester throw, one apiece here at the Snow Stadium. Remember, tomorrow AFC Bournemouth in FA Cup action. We're live from 3 p.m. Join Ian Wilding and the team. They look to knock out Manchester City and reach the semi-final of the Cup for the first time ever. That would be a story. Already through to the semis at Crystal Palace. If you want the Portsmouth commentary, last I heard they were 1-0 up on Blackburn Rovers. You can join Andy and Guy and the team on DAB, on FM and on your Freeview. Here online it's Totton 1, Dorchester 1. Throw to be taken by Turner for Dorchester in the area. Fogden flicks it back out to the wing. Pardo dribbling, gets past one defender, can't get past two. Oh, he's back on the feet. Pardo cuts it in, good sliding tackle, puts it behind for a corner for Dorchester Town.
Well, there's a swing of a boot there from Blair. Good job he didn't connect, otherwise referee's pointed to the spot, and we all know what would happen from there. He missed completely. Good job he did, ball and player.
Corner for Dorchester, not out of this one at all. This is a very even game. Good effort for local football.
Ebbs and flows, doesn't it?
Dorchester, their fans behind the goal, away to our left. Corner delivered to the back post. Keeper gathers it. Superb keeping. He read the flight of the ball there. And Ryan Gosney in his light green shirt.
Yeah, I think frustrated there because we had 2-on-2 and the lads weren't looking up. Great ball there over the top. Well cut out there from Spetch. Only as far as Tanner on the ball. Looks to tease the fullback, gets the ball in, gets it deep.
Cross comes in.
What's happened there?
It was a good cross, but at the end of the day, Tom Blair couldn't get his head on the end of the ball.
Such an opportunity there at the far post. Literally gets his head on it and goes goalwards, and we're 2-1 up. Another substitute here now for Totton, 16 for 10.
Looks like a double one.
16 and 10, so it looks like Taylor and Lee. Gamble, big throw of the dice. We need the 3 points. 10 for 20.
Richard McIntyre makes way. Ethan Taylor coming on.
Yeah, Taylor will replace McIntyre on the left-hand side. And 18 for 15. 15 being
Roddy Collins.
Yeah, he's obviously on that yellow card. Didn't want to risk it, but we're certainly going for it here.
Tony Lee's the top scorer for the club this season at the moment, with 19 in all competitions. One today would take him to 20. Elsewhere in this league, Chertsey 3 up on Bracknell. Havant a 1 up at Marlow with Seeger's penalty. Pooltown, who led at Plymouth Parkway, are now 3-1 down. Hanwell still leading at Sholing. Basingstoke 1 up at Walton and Hersham. Winchester City have got a goal back against Merthyr, but they are still 3-1 behind. All staying the same. Dorchester would stay in the last playoff place, just 1 point ahead of Havant and Waterlooville. Totton would stay second, but Merthyr would increase their lead at the top. Brett Pittman controls it, tried to control it. I think it was hit his chin rather than his chest, and he smiles about it as Magri got that away. And Austin on this near side keeps it in play, but doesn't find a teammate. And Spetch launches it long from the back. Tries to find Pardo. It's going to drop for him. He's going to get it on the left wing. What are his options? Cuts into the area. Goes down, but it was a good tackle from Magri. Back out to Turner for Dorchester. And Garlow for Dorchester. Couldn't find a teammate out on the left wing. It's a throw.
Yeah, good battle there, Blair and Ngarlo. It's certainly end-to-end stuff. I've got to mention Joe Ostler. He's been absolutely immense since he joined us from Havant at Waterlooville. Why they ever let him go, I do not know. He is absolutely player of the season for me, and has been for the last 2 seasons.
I was praising him particularly in the first half. They'd got your captain armband on. Yeah, and he was the captain at Havant as well. So. Yeah,
he was. Yeah, he played with my nephew Brett Williams at Aldershot. He was absolutely phenomenal there. It was such a great opportunity when he joined us. I just couldn't understand why Steve King wanted to get rid of him. He just was, whether he was too big for him in the change room or what, I'm not quite sure. But their loss was our gain, and he's been absolutely immense. And he's a great pro. You have a look and see how many games he's missed through injury. If he's counted it or knock, he'll play through it. Unfortunately, not like some.
Good news for Andover New Street. They've got a goal back in their FA Vars semi-final. They're 2-1 down at Whiteleaf. Postance has just scored for them. He's made a big impact as a sub, apparently. There's a second leg next week at Andover.
Yeah, we wish him well. I mean, what a great story that would be. Getting to the last 4 is absolutely immense, and there's such lovely people up there, such genuine people. We've had a couple of lads up there, our younger lads up there on loan. They're just absolute credit to the Wessex League.
Hopefully that game will still be in the balance. That would be nice if I could go to that one next week. 2-1 sounds like it is in the balance. If half-time 2-0, I was a bit worried, but of the 4 teams left in the competition, the bookies thought that New Street were the biggest underdogs, but 2-1 down. If it stays like that, they'll fancy their chances in the second leg. Bit of a soft one there. The 2 number 19s coming together, and Blair getting a yellow card for fouling Pardew.
Well, I didn't really think it was a booking, did you?
No.
I think it was the first challenge he's made, and it was a bit of a soft one at that. And unfortunately, these players carry reputations, and I think he's got a yellow card there based on his reputation. He hasn't been short of a few this year.
It's 1-1. There's 14 to go. That's the voice of Steve Brockwell, the Brookwell, the CEO here at AFC Totton. We had Dorchester on for the first half, Totton on for the second. I'm on for all of it, trying to be neutral. It's been a very good even game at 1-1, and it's a free kick to Dorchester out on the right hand side.
Yeah, a bit of a rash challenge that from Taylor's just come on. Obviously a little bit rusty. Free kick that he didn't really need to give. He could have just shepherded him out, but there you go. Dorchester will load the box up, although they've stayed with 4 at the back to mark our 3 up. So fairly even box down there.
Pittman is up, Spetch is up, Turner is up, Koziela is up. They're the 4 players in the area. There's 5 blue shirts as well. Corby Moore's going to deliver this from the right hand side. Free kick for Dorchester. Corby Moore, big ball into the area, sails over everybody. The last player was Spetch, couldn't get on the end of it, and a goal kick to Totton.
Yeah, ball over kick there over long, and ends up in the Dorchester fans there round behind that goal, who've travelled in their numbers. Great to see them. They're a bit boisterous, but we love them.
And you had loads of Merthyr fans the other week. No trouble at all there, it seemed to me. A bit of good occasion.
Yeah, no, listen, at the end of the day, there's a few silly people, and as there is in any football, in any club, I think. But yeah, Kennedy there just a little bit late. Referee's picked up on it. Got a bit bitty in the last 5-10 minutes. Start stop. Another substitution going to come on now for Dorchester. Referee's just signalled to the linesman to go and take the details. Marcus Dawes, another ex-Totton player, left us after about a month, 6 weeks here. Didn't settle.
That was this season, yeah? Yeah, Marcus Dawes is replacing number 9 Olaf Koziela. I think the number 9 came up. Strange to take off your leading scorer, but off he goes, smile on his face.
Oh, that does surprise me. Casella's a handful. He's been a handful ever since Dorchester had him on loan from Torquay 2 seasons ago. There's a small break of the leg, I think, kept him out for the back end of that season, but then they've signed him this season. Dawes will have a point to prove. He didn't have a happy time here. Wasn't one of Jimmy Ball's favourites.
I know
there's a rash clearance there by Gosney. Goes in behind the away dugout, much to the displeasure of best part of, I guess, 1,600 Stags fans.
Dawes has got 5 goals this season, 1 for Totton, 4 since he's moved to Dorchester. It's going to be a throw to Dorchester Town with Turner to take. What are his options? Goes through Ngalo, brought it down, but Rendell got it away from him, only as far as Corby Moore. Floats a nice ball forward, but it's headed out of defence by Totton, brought back down by Dorch, who win the throw. Interesting today, I think both managers are in the stand, not on the touchline. Jimmy Ball and Tommy Killick. It's been James Beattie and Paul Masters in one dugout, and the other one is Glenn Howes. And Garlow's got it now for Dorchester. 10 left on the clock. This game is anybody's. They're both going for it. Fogton lost his bearings there and passed it to a non-existent teammate. A player of his experience. That doesn't do that very often. I think
it was the steward in the yellow vest. He mistook the steward walking down the touchline as one of his own players out the corner of his eye. The ball just ran out for a goal kick, which Gosney will take. Bit of a funny one there.
1-1 here live on BBC Radio Solent. Cliff Pledge and Steve Brookwell taking you through to the final whistle. This game at the top of the Southern League Premier South. 2 teams hoping to get promoted. With the season running out, they might yet play each other in a playoff. It's 1-1. And it's back with Dorchester's goalkeeper Harry Lee on loan from Exeter. They got him in when Gerard Benfield picked up an injury earlier in the season.
I was just going to ask you where he come from, actually. I don't recognise him. He's come in, as he, from Exeter on loan.
Yeah, let's just take a look at some of our scores. Well, Brett Pittman's got it going forward. He's out on the right wing. Plays it back. He's got support. Will the cross come back in? Shot comes in low, takes a deflection. It's gone out. Well, they've given the goal kick. I think Dorchester thought that was a corner, but a goal kick's been given.
Well, it was strange that, because the centre forward, I think it was Pittman, actually just watched the ball go by him because he thought he was stood in an offside position. In the linesman obviously thought it ricocheted off a Dorchester player in the first place. As Gosney goes long. Well won by Lee. Up to Blair.
Tom Blair. Back to goal.
Tanner.
What can he do?
Can he get it inside? No, he can't. Blair tries to help it on his way to Magri.
Going to be a throw to the Stags. As keeping the pressure on in the closing stages. Cross is cleared. Only as far as Craig Tanner. Looking in the league below us, Moneyfields are 3-0 up in the Isthmian South Central. They are looking for 5 wins in a row, but just short of the playoffs at the moment. Horndean had dropped like a stone down the table.
Yeah, in fairness, they lost both managers, didn't they? And also, I think they took some quality players with them. I know the lad that we let go to Horndean. He joined the managers there at Bognor.
Into the area, here come Totton. Oh, it's a good.
Oh my God! How
gone
has Blair
out for
not
a
picked
throw.
anyone out? He's got one defender to beat. 3 Stags players hovering around the 6-yard box, and he hits the one defender to go out. Was it a corner or a throw?
It's a throw. It's a throw. Blair with the cross. It was the block from Dorchester. Good defending from them, and they've going to work the ball away from Totton from the throw as well. Down the left-hand side they come. What a tackle coming in there.
What a great tackle that by Tanner.
Blair's cross into the area. Dorchester headed away, edge of the box. Who wants the ball? It's almost dropped to Austin. Does drop to Rendell. Finds Austin into the area. Good tackle comes
Charlie,
in from
why
Dixon.
didn't he pull the trigger? It's offside.
Offside given. Good move that from Totton.
That sums up Charlie Austin's season, honestly. He's had so many offsides called against him, and if you watch back the VO or you watch back the Acrobat as we've got here, so many times it's just his movement's just too good for the linesman. And I'm not making excuses, because at the end of the day he's a quality player, and quality players sometimes catch the linesman out. Unfortunately at this level they're not mic'd up, so they can't help out each other where they could do in the next level up. We're all striving for that next level up.
Yeah, Moneyfields are 3-0 up on Binfield, but Horndean were 4-0 down home to South Park. They are dragging themselves into a relegation battle. Bashley losing 1-0 at home to Cinderford. Here come Totton, edge of the area, volleyed over the top, an opportunity wasted. And that was a good opportunity, good strong play from, I think it was Blair, and he put the volley over the top.
He did the difficult bit. He made himself room. He went shoulder to shoulder with the defender, let the ball drop over his shoulder, bring it down and then shoot, not try and hit it on the volley. He nearly hit out his car park.
Yeah, there's something strikingly different now since this season. I think you've got a supermarket on your doorstep.
Yeah, it's been great for us, great for business. Obviously brought more people into the area, and know we're here. Great car park facility. But
fans shouldn't park there because I guess there's a time restriction. Would that be correct?
Yeah, there is a time restriction. I mean, if you time it right, then what you can do, not for me to say, but you can park in there, watch the first half, then go out, move your car to another space, and then watch the second half. But people don't work that out yet.
Top tip. Shaftesbury were 2-0 up at home to Bideford. They're 3-2 down in the Southern League Division 1. This is Southern League Premier Football. Rendell has it. He's made quite an impact. Tries to get it forward to Austin. Pittman gets the ball back. It was not the best bit of defending from Kennedy. Pittman puts it hopefully forward for Dorchester. They got it back to their keeper. And as with your CEO hat on, how are things at AFC Totton?
Yeah, listen, the good thing is that we're self-sustainable. It's the days of boom and bust here, I hope, we're long gone. We've got a good board of directors, all work extremely hard to make sure we balance the books. And at the end of the day, the fans have been great. The support's been fantastic. I think we're 3 short of 1,000 season ticket holders, which is just absolutely immense and unbelievable. When I joined here in 2015, we had 80 and a dog. So things have moved on. The development of the ground's coming on all the time. Obviously 3G going down in the summer at the back, which will be fantastic for all concerned in the area. We've got a great community programme. We've got over 500 kids in the in the youth setup. 70 kids in the academy. Things are looking good.
Dorchester, we've got 4 minutes on the clock. Play a long ball forward up towards the 17. Marcus Dawes out towards Fogden on the right hand side. He scored their goal this afternoon. It's 1-1 with 4 minutes to go. Fogden had nowhere to go, so gets it back to Dixon, scoops the ball forward. Fogden keeps working hard and gets there ahead of Austin into the area, headed away. Good defensive header because Buse was almost through. Then he's given him a free kick on the edge of the area.
Yeah, Austin got frustrated there. The lad was blocking him off and he just threw him to the ground. And the referee, he needs to be careful though. Did Austin get booked in the first half?
I haven't noted that down.
Oh, right. No, perhaps he didn't. No, it was Collins who got booked in the first half, wasn't it? So, dangerous free kick here, and now Austin is going to get a yellow card from the referee for mouth. Or dissent, I should say. Not what we want to see.
Brett Pittman's put the ball down for the free kick. Will he have a go? He's got teammates further along the edge of the penalty area. Corby Moore's standing there as well, so not sure if this will be something from the training ground. But you've got
down to the back post here, I think, if my money's on the back post. Might try a sneaky shot.
2 minutes to go. Pittman with the free kick. It deflects. I think it might have been a shot. Hits the two-man wall and it's gone out for a corner on the far side.
Yeah, where are you for the time?
2 minutes.
2 minutes
plus added
injury.
time.
Yeah.
I would think it's been a good even game where a draw is a fair result, but of course both teams will still try and win it late on. Corby Moore's got this corner to take on the far side. Away to our left. Dorchester going for a late winner. Moore's delivery, good header away by Tony Lee back there defending. Dorchester have got it back in their own half. Pardo back to his keeper.
Yeah, Tanner's worked his socks off here today. He chased that down, made the keeper go long, only as far as Rendell. On to Austin, who's gone over the top for Lee. Can Lee win it?
I think he's won the corner. He's won the corner.
He just got half a yard there on Will Spetch, and I thought he was going to let the left foot fly. And when Tony Lee lets the left foot fly, they'd already fly in the corner. He's still the top goal scorer. He's had a bit of a barren spell the last few weeks. A little bit of a niggly injury kept him out the side, but he was back on it today. And he could have scored what would have been, I'm sure, the winner.
In the final minute, it's a corner for AFC Totton. We're deadlocked at 1 apiece. This is a chance for them to get the victory today. Over on the far side, it's going to come in from the left-hand side. Good delivery. Who's going to be on there? Oh, the header goes wide. It is a header wide of the target by Tom Blair from close range, unmarked. That was a golden opportunity. And I saw the way you sort of sank back into your chair there. Was very close to the winning goal.
Yeah, I tried a header that one. My old favourite saying when I'm sat in the director's box there, he's got a head like a biscuit tin. And it certainly went off at a corner there. It was going to go nestle in the corner, I thought, and unfortunately it nestled out nearly by the corner flag. So
that might be the last big chance. I wonder how many minutes we're going to see added. It was 2 in the first half, surely going to be more than that this one. Free kick to Dorchester. Fogden is down, helped back to his feet by Charlie Kennedy, the player that just caught him.
Yep, it's hopefully I'm not tempting Providence here, but I think, on the balance of play from both sides, they both had a go at it. It's been hammer and tongs, but I think probably a draw is a fair result.
I would agree with you there on that one. Good even game, but there's still football left to be played. Dorchester along with the free kick up into the area. Almost falls to Spetch. The clearance wasn't that great from Hallett. And Gallo, can he bring it under control here? He's got Austin around him. Safety first from him back to his goalkeeper. Harry Lee's going to go long, I think, down the right wing. That's
referee
time.
Looks at the linesman.
We are now in added time. Totton get it back to their keeper easily. Gosney with a nice throw.
Got one more go
for Magri. Charged down by Fogden. He gets it forward to Blair on the halfway line. Outside of his boot finds Magri. Magri plays it down
4
the wing.
minutes.
It was over.
Minimum of 4 minutes.
Out of play. 4 minutes to go. A minimum of here at the Snow Stadium. What's the run-in like in terms of fixtures? I know who's up next for the Stags.
Magri wins it, only as far as Ngalo. Back to Tanner, who wins it. Taylor wins the header.
Uses clearance for
as far as
Dorchester.
Now Tanner's got the ball again. Where's he going to go this time? He's going to go out to the left-hand wing to Taylor. Taylor loses out.
We're running out of time here. We're in added time, and it's one apiece. The Stags have got it in their own half. Pretty cool defending there. Hallett, because Pittman was bearing down on him. Now here comes Magri out to the right-hand side to Blair. Is there one last chance?
Let's see some brilliance from Blair. He's got it in his locker. Just got to deliver it.
He does find a teammate. The whistle's gone.
The referee's given the linesman's given the throw in the other way down by the corner flag there. I know it's difficult for us to see, but the way the referee's indicating it's a Dorchester throw, and I think Dorchester are happy there to keep it down there and see the timeout. Tom Blair had a great opportunity to whip the ball in there. 3 in the box.
Now on this near touchline, the Stags win it back. This is Magri out to Blair into the middle. Tanner, what will he do? Edge of the box. He tried to thread the ball through to Rendell. Dorchester blocked it. The Stags get it back. It's 1-1 deep in added time. Tanner back to Hallett, out on the right wing to Magri. Trying to get it forward. Craig Tanner out towards Rendell. Rendell wins a big header towards Austin. Dorchester get it away. Dixon
all over the back of Austin there.
Totton finishing stronger. And it is a throw to AFC Totton right at the end. We're going to have a
one
long
more chance.
throw.
Big long throw.
Could be
Tony Lee.
Lee to take the throw, yeah?
Yeah.
Lee to take the throw.
Long throw, yeah.
He's got Austin in there. He's got Rendell in there. What's he going to do with the throw? Last chance saloon for Totton. Tony Lee with a good throw. Flick header from Totton. The keeper's gathered it though. Harry Lee read the flight of the ball and Dorchester claim it. And
Pittman saying slow it down, slow it down. The point's good enough here today. Referee saying get on with it. There we go.
Lee to clear the ball.
Gone long. Towards
Pittman. Can't get the header. It's Totton who get there first and second. Tanner got there third and Osler back to his keeper. Keeper's surely got to go long. Nice ball up towards...
Spetch beats Austin to it.
Yeah. Been a good battle that today, and then Fogden is fouled. And then Pittman and Austin. I think Pittman just gives Austin a little tap to the tummy, but Fogden, the ref thought Fogden was fouled, so Dorchester may get one more chance. I don't think anyone deserves to lose today, but of course both teams are going to try and get the winner. It's a free kick which Corby Moore takes. He's going to pump that one forward. Pittman flicks it down. Opportunity for Dorchester. This is Dawes back to Ngalo. Will he take a chance from distance? I don't think he will. He flicks it through to Pittman. The offside flag is up. Pittman slid in, but didn't connect. That was the last
chance of the game. The referee blows the whistle.
Warm applause all round. The game is a draw, 1-1.
Dorchester won't be happy and AFC Totton won't be happy. I'm sure all the teams around with them will. Obviously, that makes life a little bit easier for Merthyr, I'm sure. Obviously, I think Havant was winning away, so they can catch Dorchester. Don't know what the Walton and Hersham score was, but I think it's going to be nip and tuck all the way to the end of the season. There's a lot more twists and turns, I think, here, Cliff.
Thank you for your help today, Steve. Thanks to Ollie for the first half as well. It's been good to talk to you. Been quite a good game, but honours even in the end.
Yeah, no, I think it's a fair result for both sides, and great to have you here, Cliff. Always great to have the BBC here. Feel free to come whenever you like. I think the players and the fans will all go home reasonably happy, I think.
Thank you, Steve Brook. Well, thank you to Ollie Hayes. My name's Cliff Pledge. I'll be back next week, I think, in FA Vars action. We'll hand back to the studio now with a final score of AFC Totton 1, Dorchester Town 1.
Media, Portsmouth have got the job done in the end. It's finished here at Fratton Park. Portsmouth 1, Blackburn Rovers 0.
This is BBC Radio Solent Sport.
It's a buzzing Fratton Park here in the sunshine this afternoon as Pompey, well, it wasn't pretty, but it's a case of job done this afternoon.
Here Bishop back to Murphy. Murphy in the area. Murphy scored! A lovely finish. That's such a well-worked goal. Bishop makes it. Murphy finished it. And as he strided towards the ball in the penalty area, there was only one place you ever thought it was going to end up.
Thanks very much, Jake, for your message on X. We had to grind that one out, but it's a vital 3 points. Can't see us going down now. Would you agree with that? X is at Solent Sport. The text is 81333 Solent at the start of your message. WhatsApp as well, 08000 321 333 Solent at the start of that message. You're on the air until 6 o'clock. Plenty of time to get your views on the air between now and then. We're going to dissect it all on what went down here at Fratton Park this afternoon as John Musino waves to the crowd. He must be a little less miserable than 2 weeks ago, I think it's safe to say, after that win for Pompey. In our non-league commentary this afternoon on BBC Sounds and your smart speaker, AFC Totton against Dorchester in the Southern League Premier South. And it was an entertaining 1-1.
Penalty for Totton. Magri steps up and scores into the right-hand side. A fine penalty. Harry Lee dived the right way but couldn't get a hand to it. And it is AFC Totton 1, Dorchester Town 0. Get it away towards Moore, towards Fogden, edge of the box, flicks it into the edge of Buse. Can he get across him? He can get across him. Fogden is there with the equaliser. Yes. A terrific cross and a great close range finish from Wes Fogden. Yes. The away fans celebrate wildly because it is AFC Totton 1, Dorchester Town 1.
So that's how it ended up at Snow's Stadium. Elsewhere today, Crystal Palace booked their place in the FA Cup semi-final earlier by beating Fulham 3-0. The 5:15 FA Cup quarter-final is Brighton up against Forest. In the Championship, Luton earlier on beat Hull. Leeds have moved back to the top of the table after beating Swansea this afternoon by 2-1. And looking at the results around Pompey at half-time, everyone was winning, but Oxford have lost. Cardiff couldn't hold on to their win. Stoke were the only ones winning around Pompey today, as well as Luton, of course. So it's been a good day if you're a fan of Portsmouth. I'll run through all the full-time scores in a minute. The Six Nations women's rugby has moved into round 2 today. Earlier on, France beat Scotland by 38 points to 15, and at the moment England are in Cardiff facing Wales. England the champions and leaders, but they're 7-0 down at the moment at the Principality Stadium, so we'll keep you up to date with that. In boxing, Britain's Sandy Ryan takes on Michaela Mayer for a second time in a WBO World Welterweight title fight in Las Vegas tonight. And in tennis, it's the Miami Open singles women's final. It sees Arina Zabalenka taking on American Jessia Puglia. That's a 7 o'clock start. Coming up, I'll run you through all the full-time scores up and down the country. And we'll preview one of the biggest games in Bournemouth's history tomorrow as well by hearing from the Bournemouth boss Andoni Iraola ahead of facing Manchester City in the FA Cup quarter-final, which you can hear live on Solent Sport. It's all coming up on the home of live sport across the south.
BBC Radio Solent Sport.
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty Pompey performance, but does it matter? 3 points, and that was really, really important following those defeats to Preston and Plymouth before the international break. And a lot of fans here heading away a lot happier than they were 2 weeks ago. People taking selfies, hugging down below me in the stands here. as the groundsmen come onto the pitch at Fratton Park and start to try and repair some of that. They could do a bit of sunshine for that. They're going to get quite a bit of it over the next week or so in order to do it. But a vital win for Portsmouth. Love to hear your views on it on the text on WhatsApp and on X as well. Thank you very much, Jacob, for your message. It wasn't pretty, but a great backs to the wall performance. Barely any chances in that game, but we'll take a 1-0 all day long. Absolutely. Let's look at some of the full-time scores then from up and down the country. Let me run you through them in full. FA Cup quarter-final earlier, as I said a minute ago, Crystal Palace 3-0 winners at Fulham. They're the first team to put their place in the FA Cup semi-final, so a trip to Wembley for Palace. Brighton Forest kicks off in around about 15 minutes time. In the Championship, it ended Hull 0, Luton 1 at 12:30 today. As I've just seen that Swansea, by the way, have scored a 96th minute equaliser at Leeds. So a vital point for Swansea by the looks of things, and that really is scuppering Leeds at the top end of the table as well. It also ended earlier at 12:30, by the way. Watford 0, Plymouth 0. Some full-time scores now. Burnley 1, Bristol City 0. So Burnley and Leeds are going to be joint on points at the top end of the Championship in second and third. Cardiff 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. As I said, Leeds 2, Swansea 2, but I think they're still playing at Ellen Road there. Borough 2, Oxford 1. They turned that round in Middlesbrough. Norwich 1, West Brom 0 as a full-time result. Pompey winning here at Fratton Park against Blackburn. Stoke 3, QPR 1. Sunderland 1, Millwall 0 was a full-time result, and it is full-time now between Leeds and Swansea as well. In League 1, Charlton 4, Huddersfield 0 was a full-time result from earlier. Stockport 2, Burton 1, and Birmingham 4, Shrewsbury 1. They're just flying high at the top of the League 1. We're definitely going to be seeing Birmingham here at Fratton Park by the looks of things next season. Blackpool 2, Bolton 1 is a full-time result. It ended Bristol Rovers 1, Mansfield 2. 1-1 between Cambridge and Northampton. Exeter 0, Wrexham 2. Could be seeing Wrexham here as well next season. Reading 3, Peterborough 1. Rotherham 0, Crawley 4. Wigan 1, Barnsley 1, and it ended Wycombe 1, Lincoln 0. Down into League 2, the full times. Goalless between Accrington Stanley and Bradford. Crewe 0, Port Vale 1. Barrow 0, Chesterfield 1. It ended Bromley 2, Salford City 3, Doncaster 3, Carlisle 0. 1-1 between Harrogate and Gillingham. MK Dons 2, Fleetwood 4. Morecambe 1, Swindon 0, and it ended Newport 0, Notts County 2, and 1-1 between Walsall and AFC Wimbledon. Let's have a look at some of the non-league full times. Damaging day for Eastleigh in the National League. They fell to a 2-0 defeat away at Tamworth this afternoon, so you'd think that's probably the end of the Spitfires' playoff hopes in the National League. Weymouth could have been relegated today had they lost at home to Slough Town, and other results not going their way, but they've smashed Slough 4-0 at the Bob Lucas Stadium this afternoon, so they've maintained their National League South status for at least another few days. Southern League Premier South, it ended in our live commentary game on BBC Sounds and your smart speaker. AFC Totton 1, Dorchester 1. 1-1 draw between Gosport and Wimborne. So Wimborne extend their unbeaten run now to 11 games. Marlow 1, Havant 1. Plymouth Parkway 3, Poole Town 1. Sholing 0, Hanwell Town 1. Winchester City 1. Top of the table Merthyr 3. In the Southern League Division 1, South Bashley have fallen to a 2-0 defeat at home to Cinderford Town this afternoon. Shaftesbury 2, Bideford 3 is a full-time as well. Horndean in the Isthmian South Central have been beaten at home 6-1 this afternoon by South Park. Moneyfields in that league got a 3-0 win at home against Southall, and we've been keeping our eye on the FA Vars semi-final because Andover New Street have been in that this afternoon. The first leg of it actually away at AFC Whiteleaf. It was 2-1 to AFC Whiteleaf there. I'm just checking what the